William Edwards Deming once said, "In God we trust, all others bring data," to show how important data measurement and analysis is in business. But data isn't just important in business, it's equally important in education, when used correctly, that is. Starting with the idea that when data is not coupled with analysis, well, it's just data. When data is coupled with analysis, then it becomes information. And in the classroom, data should be at the heart of the information you're gathering to make instructional decisions. When we use data to drive instructional decisions, we call this data-driven instruction. The key word there being driven. We want the data to help us make decisions, not make the decision. If you have any prior experience working with data, then you know that data is not always perfect. There are a host of factors that skew the data, which gives us incomplete or poor information. For example, if we have 2 data points from a scholar's unit assessments, one of them is a perfect score and the second one is a 30. After some investigation, we learned the day they received a 30, they were really sick. We should give this less weight, especially since the scholar probably should retest. If we were just using the data to make the decision, we would immediately fail the scholar instead of inviting them to retest. The latter is a data-driven decision. Data can come from many sources, including formative assessments, which are more informal, like quizzes, exit tickets, polls, or summative assessments, which are more formal, like unit tests, final exams, standardized tests, and even observational data gathered during classroom activities. Once the data is collected, the next step is data analysis. This means we're going to mine or go through the data to identify areas of strength and weakness in order to get a clear picture of where scholars are excelling and where they may need additional support. Data-driven instruction means using the various types of data from formative assessments, summative assessments, and classroom observations to inform teaching practices and tailor instruction to meet the specific needs of our scholars. The data is providing us with feedback so we can take corrective action. For instance, if a significant number of scholars perform poorly on a particular math concept, it indicates a need for reteaching or additional practice. If the data shows that a group of scholars struggles with reading comprehension, we might create small reading groups and provide focused instruction on comprehension strategies. With our analysis in hand, we can make data-driven decisions. These decisions might include adjusting our lesson plans, grouping scholars for targeted instruction, or working one-on-one with a scholar. Let's jump into a more detailed classroom scenario. Suppose you're teaching a unit on fractions. After administering a formative assessment, you notice that many scholars are having trouble understanding equivalent fractions. The data indicates a need for more targeted instruction on this concept. Because you have the data, it would be irresponsible to just continue on to the next math concept. So you decide to reteach the concept using different instructional strategies, such as visual aids and hands-on activities. You form small groups based on the assessment data, allowing scholars who grasp the concept to move on to more advanced topics, while you work closely with those who need extra help. Using data to drive instruction is a transformative approach that involves collecting relevant data, analyzing it to identify trends and gaps, and making informed decisions to enhance teaching and learning. Most importantly, data-driven instruction provides us with critical feedback on how effective we are when we're teaching, and ensures that we don't mislead ourselves into believing scholars understood something when they may not have. If an entire class or group doesn't understand a concept after a lesson, as much as we may not want to admit it, there was probably more of a problem with our lesson plan and delivery than there was with the scholar's ability to comprehend the new topic. By embracing data-driven instruction, we can provide targeted support, boost scholar achievement, and create a more dynamic and responsive learning environment. A data-driven classroom empowers both educators and scholars, paving the way for more personalized and impactful educational experiences.